When should you start running Facebook ads? Should you start right now? You tried them before and they didn't work. Now, I get asked these questions quite often, whether it's on a call with CEOs or founders, or even on consultation calls sometimes. And the answer isn't quite simple because there are a lot of things to consider. So before you even consider running or spending your first dollar on ads, consider the following. Most importantly, do you have product market fit? So that means, do people actually want what you're selling? Is there a demand for what you're offering? Secondly, if you have that, when people receive your product, do they actually enjoy your product? Do they repeat their purchase if that is a repeatable purchase product that you have? Or do they even start talking about it with their friends? What is your budget if you were to spend money on ads? The reason you want to know this is because not all brands are meant to scale. Some brands, and I do see this quite often, just do not have the right foundations to scale. Their product isn't really in demand, so there is no market fit in order to grow. They can only get so far organically, and then they're gonna exhaust their audience basically very soon. So before skipping steps, make sure the foundations are in place. So make sure people want what you're selling, they like the product when they receive it, and they're coming back if it's a repeatable purchase product. And the best thing is if they start talking about it with their friends, because then you have naturally word of mouth marketing that comes in place. These are all things to consider before you even start spending money on ads, because people need to want what you're selling, right? So the mindset behind it is, if you can make it work on a small scale and you have the right foundations, you should be able naturally also to do it on a big scale. Problem is that so many brands, they focus on the big scale when they don't even have confirmation that it works on a small scale. And they just think that paying Facebook or some other platform will naturally make people want the product and scale. And the classic story you hear, spend $1, get 5 back. They think that any brand will just have that. And that's not the case. Only specific brands can actually get that when they've done so much work up front. So don't skip these steps, guys. So once you've actually established this, and you're getting a few thousands naturally, organically, whether that's through influencers, whether that's through giveaways, you're collecting high quality emails and you're doing some email marketing, or you're just getting organic sales. Once you've got the fire going, now you can consider, and again, certain things will depend on this, but you can consider running paid ads. You actually need to see paid ads like adding fuel to fire. And if there's no fire, adding fuel just won't really do anything, will it? The next big thing is cash flow. It actually takes a couple months before you start to see real results with paid ads. And anyone that tells you that they can 10x your revenue within 30 days is clearly lying, or they have a secret recipe that I really want in on, because it cannot happen. They're just not realistic. It takes time, it takes data, there's more competition, and the buying cycle of the customer has just extended over time because of multiple factors. COVID also didn't help. So if you don't have enough cash behind you to go through that trial period, which can, depending on your brand, depending on multiple factors, take a couple weeks, a couple months. So you need to make sure that you have the right cash reserves behind you in order to comfortably go through that trial period. So keep in mind that you won't be profitable from the start, and that's why whenever you're going to start running ads, also you need to have the right mindset. Because if you see you're paying money and you're not getting big profit in return, it's normal. It takes time, and it also takes experience to not act on emotion when you see that, but to understand that's how the numbers work when you start. So if you've got the initial fire going, you've got some cash in reserve, you are in a much better position to start than most brands actually are. So the key takeaways are: is there a clear demand for your product? When people receive it, do they love it? Do they repeat their purchase? Can you get the ball rolling organically? Does it work on a small scale? Do you have enough money to survive the testing period, the learning period, before getting clear returns? If your answer is yes to all of them, chances are you're in a good position to run ads. Now, next question: how do you successfully run ads? How do you successfully build campaigns? And how do you actually spend profitably on Facebook or any other marketing platform for that matter? That's a whole nother topic for another day, but I will cover that in the future videos. So let's get the word out there so brands stop prematurely running paid ads and losing and wasting money and their time. And if we can do that, that's a win for us, right? So that's it for today, guys. Have a great day and see you in the next video.